All right, so we're going to do something a la Inside the Actors Studio and pose the same questions to each of the three Pinkman founders or the three original Pinkmans here. So we're going to start with John. And so, John, tell me, what profession other than anything involved with baseball would you like to attempt? Or would you have liked to attempt?
Well, I used, before the boys were, well, when the boys were real little, I was a pilot. Mm-hmm. And I, except for my inability to follow other people's orders, which a lot of my friends who are in naval aviators and marine aviators will tell you, I'd love to be a fighter pilot.
Okay. What profession would you not like to attempt?
Accountant.
That was not even out of my mouth. Okay, accountant.
Anything to do with numbers. If I had to add three numbers, 3 columns of numbers, even with a adding machine, I'd still have to do it 4 times to come up with the consensus right answer.
All right. So speaking of fighter pilots, what would be your Top Gun call sign?
See, now that's not the way you do it.
Well, I guess it has to be given to you, right?
It does. It does have to
just
be
like
given
a baseball
to me.
nickname.
I mean, I've never had, other than the obvious Pink or Pinks and things like that. I destroyed people who call me Pinky. But basically because there was a guy named Pinky Lee when I was growing up, and he was like, who's that guy who used to ride around on a bicycle and silly
Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman. Mm-hmm. Sort of the same character years ago. But I don't know. It's just it's a tradition with aircraft pilots that other people give you that number. Ask the boys.
Okay, I will. Let's see. What song gets you pumped up?
Crockett's theme.
Okay. What is something?
Nobody's going to know what that song is.
Yeah. We'll have to play it.
It's the beginning of Miami Vice.
Okay.
Which I was totally addicted to in the 80s.
Okay. What is something most people wouldn't guess about you?
Well, as I said in the earlier interview, I delivered both of the boys first by myself, second time with a midwife. But I think, as Ron Savino would say, he says, particularly at Christmas, I watch Hallmark movies with my wife, Ruth Ann.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Yeah, not so hidden.
Not anymore.
Well, my background is in art and design and theater, like theater communications and whatnot. So.
Okay. Living or dead? What well-known person would you like to meet? I've been thinking about that because I've been reading a lot of different books. I guess the person that came to me first is Michelle Obama. Mm-hmm. What TV show are you binging?
Well,
I think we just talked about this a couple weeks ago too.
What did I say then?
I think you were talking about Game of Thrones.
No.
You were asking me about Game of Thrones.
No, I've never watched that.
I thought you had. You were telling me about. No, you know what? It was Outlander, maybe. I think something like that.
I started with that,
mm-hmm.
but I'm not usually. Some of the BBC
mm-hmm.
things. There's a hotel series that Ruth Ann would know about. I can't remember the name, but Nash Bridges, mm-hmm. old stuff. Miami Vice, because Miami Vice, the show was it changed TV. Who knew how? I didn't know how to dress unless I watched Miami Vice.
This is where the Pinkman fashion sense comes from. This Miami Vice, ladies and gentlemen. What is the bravest thing you've ever done?
This is really. It may take a little bit. I was driving down a road in Herndon once, and I actually took a shortcut. I just didn't know. And all of a sudden I saw this house. The flames were shooting out the side of the window. And so I stopped, and somebody came. The fire department wasn't there yet. And they stopped, and somebody kept running. I think there's somebody in there. So the smoke was down in the ceiling. When the fire department says crawl to the ground. It's absolutely true. So I was literally crawling through the building trying to get to the back bedroom where I thought the person was. And it was so scary because I didn't know if the roof was burning and it might collapse on me. But there were like 4-foot flames coming out of the bedroom. They said that's where the woman was. So I crawled in as far as I could go and to see the room, and it was just totally engulfed in flames. And I said, unfortunately, if there's somebody in there, there's nothing I can do about it. So I crawled back out, and sure enough, after the firemen came, there was a woman who was smoking in bed and unfortunately died.
Oh, gosh, story. And on a lighter note to end it, would you rather time travel 10 years into the future or 100 years into the past?
Well, 100 years go into the back is like the worst time for a guy like me. I would either rather be, because I've read a lot about Thomas Jefferson, I'd rather be back in the Revolutionary War, or I'm really with the kind of people that are not taking care of the environment and water and climate control and all that. I'm not so confident about the next 10, 20 years. 10.
All right, well, there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, John Pinkman, environmentalist, firefighter, fighter pilot, and reader. Thank you for letting us
Appreciate your time.
Yep.
You know.